Yo, what up, street dogs? All right, so a thought. Why do we like to be out in nature? And why do we like natural things? Why do we like trees, plants, animals, and so forth? I think this is my thought. It's the ultimate playground. So I grew up to Calvin Hobbes and been reading a lot more Calvin Hobbes and thinking about my childhood and stuff like that. I'm kind of grateful that, I didn't have, helicopter parents. I was the ultimate free range kid. So part of that was because, my mom was always working and my dad was kind of a degenerate. So as a consequence, I had ultimate freedom as a kid. I essentially was able to do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and also because I was the boy of the family, there was really no negative consequences for me. So as a consequence, I had the best childhood ever. Grew up in Bayside, Queens, and my homeboy Spencer, Aditya, David, both Stevens and Christian, like all my homeboys. It was great. We would go fishing, we would go, play sports, we'd be out in nature, indoors, outdoors, we'd play video games together. But I kind of liked it because it was really kind of this very multifaceted experience as a child where, we're not just at home playing video games all day. We'd actually go and play like in the real world too. So I almost wonder too, is it like definitely the beneficial of having both the virtual and the physical, and being able to allow kids, children, even adults to enjoy both worlds. Now, ultimately, if you had an option between nature and embodied reality or virtual reality, certainly embodied reality is the best reality. I think what I find fun about nature or plant life, biological stuff, is that it's much more random and chaotic. So like, look at that, right? Isn't it nice just how kind of the shapes are just kind of much more fractal and a lot more beautiful growth, whereas man-made things tend to be pretty ugly because it's almost too regular, it's almost too predictable. Even a simple thing like surfaces, like when you're walking on grass and stuff like that, the uneven surfaces are actually better for our hips and our bodies and stuff like that. So being able to walk uphill, go off-roading, walking on rocks and playgrounds. So we've been taught, right, there's, kids like to play on playgrounds, but what's more fun than a playground, which is also artificially created? It's more fun for kids to play in nature because nature is the ultimate playground. So climbing trees and throwing rocks and stuff like that. Even for myself, I enjoy deadlifting and squatting at the gym, but this new park I discovered, they just kind of have rocks and stuff. So I've just been having fun just throwing rocks. I'm like, yo, this is much more functional fitness and everything. And it's not even fitness, it's like, it's not even workout, it's just kind of playing. Like, for me to pick up a big ass rock and chuck it as far as I can or throw it as high as I can, it's just much more fun. And so I'm starting to think, man, maybe we're just kind of getting suckered. Is that maybe we should just kind of discover more joy in life from just kind of playing, from going off-roading. And I don't know what your situation is, but if you are able to, just being able to go to nature and being able to experience plant life and stuff. And and I think it's kind of interesting, a lot of people tend to deify nature, like, oh, humans are so stupid and inconsequential, Mother Nature is more important. No, I kind of disagree. I think humans were the apex predator, and we humans, we get more joy in gaining dominion or conquering nature. And so, yeah, I think the best way to think about it is, you know, we humans, we're just the ultimate children, and we like to just kind of conquer, play, and just take things over. Whoa, this is kind of weird. I guess it's like a RISD art student project or something. That looks like there's a chair. Oh, they even made buttons. Oh, that's cool. Whoa. Oh, what's that? All right, and some other thoughts. This is a theory. So the reason why I think we like to be out in nature is that when you're out in nature, I don't know, maybe there's more like oxygen being produced, or I think we humans, we like to see variety in our environments. So if you think about the patterns of nature and stuff like that, it's so visually stimulating. It's actually much more entertaining, you know, contrary to popular belief. It's actually much more entertaining to be out in nature because there's so much more visual variety to see, whereas like screens and cities, it's much more limited. So you even see the way the trees grow, right? It's like grows like this, and then all of it's like a fractal pattern. So you're looking up, it keeps going up and it keeps going up. So I think, yeah, we humans, we like to be stimulated, and when you're in nature and seeing natural stuff, you're the most stimulated because there's so much infinite visual variety, so many different spectrums, and so as a consequence, I think maybe that's what stimulates our minds too, is when you start seeing a lot of things, you start to think. When you're walking on uneven surfaces, better for your feet and your hips. I think there's a lot of intelligence in your feet that we probably haven't discovered yet. So let us just kind of enjoy nature more, and maybe it's not just nature but like biological life. I think it's a good chance for you to think, to wonder, to explore, and to just be a big kid again.